quick aside to answer all those questions that I get about how I get away with wearing a mask while I'm, training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you're not interested in masks or Jiu-Jitsu, just keep scrolling. Do not try me in the comments. The trick is that I just roll slowly and that the mask does fall off sometimes. I will talk about both of those things. As for mask choice, I prefer this type of N95 because it fits my face really well. You probably already know what style fits your face, but I just want something that doesn't have any hard plastic parts on it that are going to scratch my face or my training partner. And then I also don't use behind the head loops. I just use regular ear loops because I want the mask to fall off sideways like this, to come off my face like that. If it tries to fall off my face vertically, it'll cram into my eyeballs, and that is very painful. But using ear loop mask means that it's not like locked onto my face, which means that it does fall off, but it really only does that if my face is in contact with my training partner or the mat. And while I recognize that a lot of you do like to use like your cheeks as a third, fifth hand, it is not actually necessary for this sport. I've been at this for 8 years. I do not have cauliflower ear. As you can see, I swear that you can do jiu-jitsu very well without smearing your ears and or your teeth onto your friends. You can still use your eyebrows upward like you should be doing. I don't know what you all are trying to do, pushing people over with your jaw and your nose, right? So I just tailor my rolling style with those big movement restrictions in mind. I'm not really big into blast doubles. If I'm getting guillotined or cross-faced, I will just go with that movement, right? I will just like go with it instead of trying to fight against it, which rips the mask off my face. And then I'll also just take time to guard my face or, my neck, which is easy if we're both already rolling slowly, right? And when it does come off, it's usually one ear at a time, which means that I can just take a hand and put it back before it comes off entirely. And I don't even stop the roll if it comes loose. I just give up one of my grips and use that hand to adjust the mask. If they manage to advance position while I'm busy doing that, I just play from there, right? Because it's fun to let other people work their game. I want to see what happens if I stop defending for just a second. I'm curious. I do go through a lot of masks though, but I definitely spend less on this than most of my training partners spend on finger tape. Sweat does ruin the mask faster though, so I do try not to go so hard that my face sweats through the mask, because that then I have to throw it out. Okay, but so breathing through a mask restricts your airflow. Some people have trouble working out in a mask because of that, but I try to see that as a perk. Like, we're not really lifting weights here. It's not like super heavy cardio. Athletes often train purposefully at high altitudes in order to like improve their oxygen efficiency or something. And you may not remember this from before 2020, but training in a mask for endurance reasons, not for health reasons, was totally a thing. I don't know if there's any science behind that, but it was a thing. We're also trying to learn how to control our breathing and pace ourselves in jiu-jitsu, and wearing a mask can be that little tool that reminds you, right? When you start mid-roll feeling the fabric sucking into your teeth, that's a clue that you should be slowing down and checking yourself. Added perk is it's also great for not having to smell other people's breath or sweat or their dryer sheets or their unwashed gi. Anyway, so if you want to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, don't let wearing a mask stop you.